I'm from a 509 area code. Who's this?
Sam, this is Ronald Ray Gun. Can you hear me?
I can. Ronald Ray Gun. Welcome to the program.
I was wondering when Matt Taibbi is coming back on. Matt Taibbi. I actually, in real life, make that voice over Guy Lawson. I'm more of a Guy Lawson guy. So actually, that's
funny.
a serious recommendation. If you could get Guy back on. Love me some Guy.
You know what? Guy, actually, we talked this weekend. We're going to have him on. Maybe we'll have him on maybe Tuesday to talk. He wants to talk about the fall of the Roman Empire, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's such a Guy thing to do.
Hey, two quick things.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what Taibbi said about that voice. I was going back and forth with him on it, texting, and he says he wants his GPS to talk like that.
Turn right up here. So, Sam, two quick things. I don't think Trump deserves credit for being strong, but maybe just politically he deserves credit for being savvy. It reminds me a little bit of Obama saying, he was going to put on his tennis shoes and march with workers, and then when the opportunity came, he was like, no thanks.
I met black workers.
Yes, psych, exactly. So, I mean,
specifically, he had a major opportunity. Just to remind people, he had a major opportunity in Wisconsin, and he never showed up there.
Yeah. So I think that it's time for the Democrats to get their messaging straight and to understand that politics is complicated. I think that actually an example of this is that question that Chris Hayes, who we all know was in my top 5 reasons why Hillary lost. The question Chris Hayes asked Congressman Ellison, which is this whole idea that politics has to be pragmatic and not aspirational. You can't get any of that done. So what's the point in holding those positions? And that whole mentality for the Democrats has got to change. I mean, politics is, in fact, partially
I got news for you. There's nothing else now, right? I mean,
exactly.
I mean, any policy that we're talking about now is purely aspirational. And I don't know, what's the word for super aspirational? Right, like any policy outcomes that we want now are super aspirational. But yes, I agree with you. I mean, look, I think there was a certain inevitability, and I don't think, frankly, and this was my argument before the election, I don't think Clinton losing or winning changes the tenor of the Democratic Party. You could argue on one hand, you may get like a Keith Ellison who will have more resources for the RNC. And so maybe that pushes the ball forward a little bit in terms of pushing the party to the left. But I would argue that you would have arrived at that location earlier when you actually had something to push against. Now we're just pushing against string, essentially. But yes, we need to be aspirational. And I think, she was on the wrong side of that argument anyways. Even if she had won, she was on the wrong side of that argument and was on the ultimately that was going to be the losing side, I think. And frankly, I suspect that she would have come around to embrace that more aspirational stuff just because of self-interest. But
that was a thing. That was more a phenomenon of the primary, that Bernie was being attacked for having ideas that were going to be impossible to get through a Republican Congress.
Right.
And now we're seeing, it's kind of disheartening to see that continue. And one last thing, I've got a congressman who is trying to saddle this line between sort of tacit support of Trump and also being pro-immigrant and, I supported him because he was better than Hillary, but I also disagree with him. And I think it's important for your callers
he's Republican.
and everybody to, yeah, he's a Republican. to be calling these people and calling them out. I mean, if you remember during the Tea Party, the Obamacare debates, there were all these videos of people, sort of irrationally, but confronting their Congress people about Obamacare. And I think this is maybe the time for us to really hold these people to account, to let them know that, you can't be both of those things. And to go to town halls and things. I called my congressman, and a few days later I got an email invitation to a get-together he's having. It's by invitation only, and I'm not anybody.
Ronald Ray Gun.
People...
It's Ronald Ray Gun.
I'm going.
He's got invited.
Congressman. The point is, that I'm really important. And the point was that.
Thank you for taking 5 minutes of the show to lead up to that little braggadocio of yours.
Well, the point was that anybody can call these guys, and anybody can go to a town hall or be invited to these things that happen all the time, and a lot of times we're just not being assertive enough. So.
People need to get.
That's all.
That's right. It's a good point.
Look,
and you can drop Ronald Reagan's name when you call your congressperson.
Ronald Reagan, great guy, but he's a sociopath. That's what people are saying.
Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.